Alright, we're here, and I'm getting yelled at already. So before we do updates, I gotta go for a walk. Oh, wait a minute, I think I was told to trot. Where's the trot button in Minecraft? I can't get there, I can't find the trot button.
Hush it, Bear.
I got walk and run.
Just ride a horse, then you can trot.
Shut up, you're not helping. What's up? By the way, I did not kill one of your bees. Hey, there's seeds. Is that what I was looking for?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we have beetroot seeds. I don't need them now. I went and got some out of there and already got the thing growing back
Yeah,
here.
I know. When I had a whole freaking barrel here for you.
I don't know. You hide shit, I can't ever find it.
I don't hide shit.
While you're here, can you see if there's more than one bee in this damn bee place? And see if any of these hives are actually being used other than, well, obviously that one. Because it's dripping. Because we need to try to automate one. I tried to bring you more bees, and, well, I kind of fucked that up.
Yeah, but I actually had an idea of seeing you in that suit.
Oh, did you actually add a bee suit yet?
No, I just had an idea I can make that also function as a bee suit.
Yeah. I need a bumble suit. So I cannot get stung by bees. Why is there one basalt up there in the green wall?
What?
Look at the wall of the factory. There's one basalt. I have no idea why. You don't see that one right above the wooden pipe?
Well, it looks like marble to me, not basalt.
It looks like marble to you? It looks like basalt to me. Deborah, what's this look like to you?
On my way.
I don't know how in the world he sees it as marble, but...
Where?
Right above the wooden pipe. There's one lone block.
Well, I think I'm different.
Hold on.
Right here. This block. Right behind my head.
What's the transformer?
Yeah, I don't know. It's got a cover on it. I put a cover on it.
Yeah, it's green shiz cover.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently this one I'm seeing over here looks like, this one right here looks like marble to me. Also green schist, I think.
Yeah, there's aluminum cable right here. Runs all the way across there. So is it your covers messing up? Dude, I can't put the covers back on. What did you do? Hey, XCR. Apparently he's breaking covers today.
Maybe I kind of screwed or something and might have into the breaking stuff.
Him done. Fucked it up. By the way, if you ever need any beats, camera, they're back here.
I don't use beats.
Okay. Well, if you need sugar, it's back here.
Sugar, yes.
Yes,
I can make you pumpkin pie.
We have an automatic sugar maker now. From beetroots. Okay. Let's look at, before I get into this, let's look at the updates for today. Hopefully there's a plastic bin on there somewhere. Fixed coil textures of higher tier coils. Ooh. Do they look less stupid now? Oh, they do. Look at those gorgeous HSSG. Yeah, that looks so much better. I want to see the tungsten steel. That was the one I hated the worst. Was the tungsten steel coil. Oh yeah, that looks so much better with the two-tone. The other two I'll probably never get to, but yeah, that looks much better than that one direction tone thing. By the way, I changed out our wood pulp. Did you figure out why we were like voiding lubricant? Because I still think we're voiding lubricant.
No, I completely forgot about that.
Remove calcite recipes from the electric blast furnace. Why am I still wearing the heat suit? Is there even anything that... Ooh, there is. HSSG. Okay, so let's look up steel. Making steel. Uses for the blast furnace. We got copper to annealed copper. With oxygen, we have technetium, which could come out of there because it doesn't exist. Tungsten steel to hot tungsten magnetic. Niobium to niobium. I don't know why there's a magnetic niobium dust. Once you macerate it, it should lose the magnetic property. Although neodymium, isn't that... I know it's not in GregTech, but still. I think it's like normally just magnetic, but sure. Vanadium, gallium, stainless steel, neutronium, HSSE, red steel, osmiridium, HSSE, steel, red steel, blue steel, osmiridium. Why the fuck is arsenic in here? Arsenic is way too cool of an element to be in the damn blast furnace. Hold on a second. Arsenic, where are you? There you are. Periodic table to the rescue. Energy melting point 816 C. So in Kelvin it's 1090. Ain't that less than iron? Let's see. Iron. There's iron. Yeah. Iron is 1811. Copper is 1357. Arsenic is even lower than fucking copper's melting point. Why would it be in a blast furnace? I know this has the whole temperature 1000 thing, but that is just stupid. Gold is even 1337. Yeah, arsenic is way below all of those. Get fucking arsenic the fuck out of the blast furnace. And I'm not saying this is your fault, because I guarantee you Bloody did this. But it's fucking stupid. Rich Naquita, osmium, ultimate, terbium, which doesn't fucking exist, black steel, vanadium, ultimate, HSSG, cesium? Really? That's cesium in here? I gotta get the right one. I don't even think cesium should be in there, should it? Where the fuck is cesium on the damn thing? There it is. Cesium. Melting point. 300K. A third of copper. Why is it in a blast furnace? You could breathe on that and it melted damn near. What is that in Fahrenheit? That is 83 fucking degrees Fahrenheit, dude. I could stick a little bit of that under my balls and it would melt. Sorry. Had to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so check code apparently was set to 2349 for some reason.
Okay, well, whoever said it is an idiot.
Oh, me. I never said it.
Because it is... I'm looking at it on the periodic table right now. The boiling point is... It boils at 944 Kelvin. It melts at 301, boils at 944. If you heated this up to 1,000, it would just go poof. Who is an idiot that rubs cesium on their balls, though? You got a good case there. I'll give you that one.
Well,
It is a little
arsenic.
What did you ask about?
Melting point of arsenic.
Melting point of arsenic is 1,090.
Okay, so that's cracked in here. So then
The problem is this whole temperature thing here. I'm thinking that whoever did this code is going by if it's above 1,000 or something. Because,
if it's
black...
equal to above 1,000, then it's in the blast furnace.
But that's dumb because iron is 1811. That doesn't have to be in a blast furnace. Gold is 1337. That's above 1,000. That does not need to be in a blast furnace.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Copper is 1357. Nickel is 1728. Manganese is 15. Cadmium is 1,040. Let's see. Where is... I just had it. Where the fuck did it go? I would go by the rule of thumb of if it needs to be above 2,000, that would be steel. Steel would fit in that because steel needs to be like 2,042, if I'm remembering correctly. But iron would fall below it. But then molybdenum and Like zircon is 2,128, so it should be in there. Niobium is above it. Molybdenum is above it. Osmium is 3,000. Iridium is almost 3,000. That seems like a much better cutoff would be 2,000 rather than 1,000. Because 1,000 is ridiculously low.
You know about hot ingots thing, because currently that's at 1750.
Hot ingots should be anything over like 2,500 to 3,000. I'm trying to think of what would be the lowest thing that I would say like tungsten type tier stuff. Titanium doesn't even make the most sense. Titanium's 1941. The only reason that was ever in the having a hot ingot is because it was for gating. Because you needed titanium, you needed the vacuum freezer to be able to get the titanium. That's the only reason that there was ever titanium as a hot ingot. Titanium should not be a hot ingot. Whether you want to leave it that way or not, that is your choice, but it shouldn't be one. Hot ingot should be anything like 2,500 or 3,000 and above. And the hot ingot thing, to be honest, doesn't make sense. But it's part of GT5, so we're keeping it, but it just doesn't make sense. Everything cools off eventually. And anything can burn you when it's hot. You're just trying to say that the whole hot thing. By the way, Greg has completely gotten rid of the hot ingot thing in GT6. He realized just how stupid that was. But I'd say leave titanium there because it's what people are used to. It's what people expect. XCR, good fucking riddance. Yeah, I agree. That hot ingot shit was stupid. Well, you just take longer in the mold. Yeah, but it's... The way he did it there makes more sense. It needs to solidify. It's at a hotter temperature. You can't hold it because it's, you know... And when you do grab it, even once it's solidified, it's going to hurt you. It's all a relative temperature, not, oh, this is a magical second ingot that's a hot ingot that you need some special machine to cool off, rather than, well, it just is hot and needs to cool off, and don't touch it in the mold. It's a mold mechanic, not an ingot mechanic. And that makes sense. Oh. But things like the black bronze and shit, that should be, if it is already. I don't even know. Black bronze is... No, black bronze isn't in the blast furnace. It's the steels that are in there.
I didn't realize Enderman climbed scaffolding.
I didn't either.
We'll come down to the basement and you'll see it.
All the colored steels should be in the blast furnace because they have steel. What the fuck are you doing, retard?
I just seen them go all the way up. It's like, what the fuck?
Damn scaffolding, you motherfucker. Jackass.
Didn't mean to sidetrack you.
Here. Have some balls.
The only one
pulls
people ever
out,
play with.
that will never use until you go to the end in 2 years.
We'll eventually use them. Oh, by the way, check this bad boy out.
Fortune 3 looting. Ooh!
If we can find another jade gem around here, which I think we have somewhere, I'll make you one. We just need to get a book for it, unbreaking book, because it only has 512 durability. It's pretty crap. Why am I carrying these around? Give those to the women's. Carrying all kinds of weird stuff in my backpack. Gunpowder, eggs, string, a name tag. Why do I have a name tag? I know I have the one spruce fence.
Drop the broken bow.
Don't need the wool. I don't need the broken bow. Don't need the cobble slabs. Here's the gunpowder, the eggs, the string, the extra arrows, because I already have a stack of them. Yeah. We'll go with that. Enjoy. Okay. So, I've argued enough about the blast furnace for the day. I'm just going to play with that and see how it looks. Removed a bunch of useless elements, which is good, but he didn't remove all the useless elements, but he got rid of a lot of them we were discussing the other day. Changed empty wax pill recipe to use beeswax. That works. And then iodine for right away, which
Apparently we only have one bee.
that's what I was thinking.
Oh, no.
Do we have a second?
We have two. We have two.
Okay, can you breed those motherfuckers?
Doing that now. You and you. Stay away from the damn...
We need to automate it. I need honeycomb. Do you know which hive they're not in a hive?
Nope.
Can I break a hive without them getting pissy?
Right now, you can.
Okay, so if I break this one, they're not going to get pissed. Shit, I broke your fence. Shit, he's pissed. I got out before he stung me. The baby's pissed.
Hey! And you just let the baby out.
I told you I broke that fence. You were supposed to fix it. I'm in with the villagers. Find that damn fence and fix it.
Come here. Yep, I got it. Come here. Come on in. Come on in.
You get it?
Come on in.
Is it less pissy at me?
Should be. He's not red-eyed anymore.
Okay. He's still outside, though. He's not getting inside. Where the hell is he going?
Come here. Where are you?
Right behind you, right in front of you.
Oh, that's it. Come on in. You're an ass. Move it over here.
You might have to break those fences right there, because it seems like he's getting stuck on those first fences right there.
Where are you now? Come here.
He grow up already, or is it just because he's
Nope.
closer that he looks bigger?
There is freaking bunches of beehive. Move your ass in one of them. I swear.
It's like herding cats. Do you want a lead? Can you use a lead on a bee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back it up. Come on in. Why are you not coming in?
I got it. Okay, fix the door.
All right.
Okay.
There's plenty of homes. Pick one.
Yeah, which I want to get rid of a couple of the ones that they're not using. Like this one right here, I want to get rid of. But I'm not doing it with that little one sitting there. Is it stuck? Here, in case you need it, here's my lead.
I have 14 in a chest.
Oh. Well, then give me that one back so I can hook Junior back up. Or Junior decides to wander around somewhere stupid. I'll keep him tied up, he'll chase the cats. But yeah, I want to get rid of those extra ones that we don't need. Because I just put them there to see if there was any in them. Because I went out and picked them up, trying to get you a second bee. Because I thought you only had one bee. Turns out you had two. I could have just bred the damn things. But we want to automate them so we can use them for sugar too. Okay, so what else do we have in here? Added proper buells based off GT6. Ooh. Hey, look at that. We have a sapphire, we have a green sapphire, we have a ruby, and we have a silicon. So, silicon buell, silicon, molten silicon, krypton, radon, neon, argon. Alright. And
Oh, I take it back. I have
argon.
40 leads.
Damn, that's a lot. Where are you getting, dude, what's with the noble gases?
I have no idea. That was the thing that was in GTA already.
Okay, how about you, get rid of that dumb shit? Cryodistillation is where we're gonna get our argon. We can also use the neon and the helium. And so that makes these glowstone doped and naquita doped useless. We should actually change those to, I'm trying to think of what makes more sense. Cause there's a phosphorus one. And there's a couple other that I don't remember. We really should be doping them with something that makes sense for the harder circuits, not glowstone and naquita. Naquita is just dumb. Alright, so these need molten alumina and iron. That makes your sapphire. This does have to be HV. The LV one uses bronze, copper, nickel, and a quartz chamber, which is a quartz crucible recipe. And then the MV uses quartz, steel, and 4 times. The HV uses an iridium one, stainless steel, and Canthal 2x. EV uses iridium, titanium, and 2x nichrome. And then tungsten steel and tungsten steel wires. And an iridium chamber, which is iridium plates, iridium crucible recipe. Okay, and for the molten alumina, we can do that in a smelter. Which has to be an MB smelter. Which is good because alumina is quite high, but you can do aluminum hydroxide as well if you choose to. And that one is LV. And ruby is chromium and alumina. Silicon, we should be able to smelt this in... Oh, we need LV for... Wait a minute. Why is dust not in here, dude? We have silicon foil, silicon plate, silicon nugget, and silicon ingot. I don't have silicon dust.
Alright, I'm headed out.
Yeah.
Good night. Sleep well.
Night.
Automatic thing.
Okay, well, you might want to fix that. I want to see, like, osmium foil makes sense because osmium has to be in a blast furnace. But, like, bronze and, like, anything that doesn't need a blast furnace, you should be able to smelt in here from a dust to a liquid. That way, if you really wanted to, you could use a solidifier and make gears, plates, rods, and ingots.
Well, I think I know why it's not working. It's because it requires it to not require a blast furnace. And silicon requires a blast furnace.
Oh. Yeah, silicon shouldn't require a blast furnace. There's no reason to need a silicon ingot, but if you did make one, it shouldn't require it. Bro really did that. Bro really did what? How's it going, Norman? You're not telling me what Bro really did. Well, then why are you telling me that Bro really did? I'm kind of lost in your logic here. Somebody please explain the logic behind this conversation. It seems like to me it's just going in a circle. Sounds like to me it's bullshit logic I don't care to get into. Alright, so fuel stuff has changed. we do not have a use for sapphire buellers yet. He needs to give.
I'm not sure how the fuels are made into stuff. Exactly.
Oh,
like-
okay.
It's not made into gems, but it's like, how did you get exquisite and stuff from them?
And there's our wafers. I do believe they were cut. I'm pretty sure we cut them. Let me load up GT6. Where the hell is GT6? Fair. Got it. Found it. Loaded up. I'm pretty sure we used the laser engraver. And it cut them, but I don't remember. Oh, wait a minute. I need to talk to XAR about that. I'm not even sure you could actually get gems out of it. We're going to look. Yeah, I was going to say, because we need plates in GT6. So how are we getting the exquisite gems out of the buells, jackass? Are we laser engraving them? For like cutting the facets on the gem? So what are we using in here? Dummy. Make a different item from them. Well, what item are we making? But if we use plates, then that would mean that we could use any plates. Which means we could cut down any of these and use them. You don't think that's going to be a problem? Because the idea we were going with was make different plates for buells. Okay. What the fuck plates are we going to make for buells then? Hold on. So, what I'm thinking is use Greg's. This is a sapphire plate, which can be cut out of any sapphire or block thereof. But if it's made in a crystallization crucible, it would be a mono structure. It would be a perfect structure. So why not use Greg's phrasing he uses for the monocrystalline plates in fucking GT6 for the ones that come out of buells? Because that's the idea of using the buell, the chamber to grow the crystal, is you're growing it perfectly without flaws, so it is exquisite quality, just not an exquisite gem. So you can get a regular old generic sapphire plate out of anything, but you can only get the monocrystal thing. Let's see, in here, Greg calls it a crystalline sapphire plate. But he calls all gems crystalline sapphire plates. But I think it should be mono crystal silicon, meaning that it's one crystal, not... I don't know, I'd have to look it up to get the actual name thing. But for the sapphire buells in here, you cut it into plates. You can lathe it into rods, but yeah, you cut it into plates. Because Greg actually allowed you to implode them into exquisites. 4 sapphire dust exploded into an exquisite. But I like the idea of using the buells to do this. To make Lapitrons more difficult, but not as hard as they are. I guess I should kind of show you guys what I'm looking at here, huh? Yeah, there's the crystalline sapphire plate name that he has for it. But you can literally make an exquisite by implosion compressing dust, which I'm not sure why that's not showing it. Because I just seen it a second ago. Blue sapphire, implosion compressed. Oh, it makes the generic one. Okay, that's why. He just made the... So, I think he added just one thing where you can implosion compress any of his sapphires, and they always go to just the generic one. That way he doesn't have one for every fucking thing. Which is, I'm thinking, is too easy to implosion compress. I like the having to do this. And make the buells, and then just make this a special plate.
Just where you can make gems out of the buells, regular gems.
Yeah. But if you add this recipe to the cutter, where it gives you 4 crystalline, monocrystalline, because it add the mono part in there because it's one silicon structure or one crystalline structure. That's the point of it. And then use these plates in the place of the exquisite gems. So you can, if you sift and get the exquisite, you can do this. Anything else needs to go either for something else or needs to go in to producing buells, and then you can use the monocrystalline plate there in its place. Sound good?
I guess.
And then it's actually saving you too, if you think about it. Because one buell should cost you 4 material. And see, right now you have 6 sapphires in the implosion compressor to make an exquisite. So it's going to cost you 6 to do this. If you do it the buell way, it's going to cost you 1, and it's also going to not cost you, this is going to cost you 6. The other one's going to cost you 1. So I would even say, as much as XAR disagrees, leave these recipes in here. So if you want to, you can just blow up 6 of them and make you an exquisite sapphire. if you're, really hard up right that moment for a Lapotron, you can do it this way. But you're way smarter to do it this way because it's only 4 dust to make that. And it's going to save you tons of sapphire to where you would actually be smarter to take all of these gems and crack them down to dust, turn them into buells, and make them that way, because then you're only using 1, because you get 4 dust out of every exquisite. Using the exquisites would be bad. But it would be quicker. Because making the buell should take, 1,800 ticks, 900 seconds to make one. And that's an HV. 43 minutes to make 3. That fucking hurts. So you would definitely, want to set up multiple of these, or set up higher tiers of them, which you've only got 2 higher tiers to go, so you can only overclock them twice. So, you definitely, this is not a recipe you're going to be using for everything. You should probably still be using those and trying to get those, unless you're going to set up, like I said, 10 of these setups to do it, maybe.
Something I'm not sure about for the crystalline plates, just because the Lapotron is gem, not a plate, so it just seems kind of weird to turn a plate into a gem that way.
Well, you're not turning a plate into a gem. You're using the plate as the gem. If that makes sense. We could also do it the way I was talking. We could also use the laser cutter and use it to cut that buell. And that would give you your facets that would make it an exquisite.
Honestly seems better, because it just seems weird to turn a plate into a, I don't know, it's almost like a gem. That's all. And a buell is equivalent in material to the exquisite gem.
Okay. So you're saying 1 buell would make you 1 exquisite gem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then just put that in the HV laser engraver then. And then it doesn't matter if you use the exquisite gem from sifting or the exquisite gem from the buell, you're still doing it. And then are you going to leave the being able to explode it with 6 of them? Because, like XAR said last time, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Diamonds, it makes sense. They're made under pressure. Sapphires does not make sense.
I'll probably leave it in, since I think it's fine.
Okay.
Since after all, making a buell is going to take a million years.
Oh, yeah. And like we were talking, making the, what the hell are they called? The processing arrays. A processing array takes 18 engraved Lapitron chips, which is 6 Lapitrons. So that's 6 exquisite. Plus it needs the energy flow circuit, and then it needs 4 energy flows out here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 Lapitrons you need for every processing array. And when you get to endgame shit, you start really using processing arrays. I'm actually going to go see if I can find real quick. XCR's fusion reactor, plasma and europium. That should be the one I'm looking for. I'll throw this into our GTI testing server. That should be the video I'm thinking it is. And he's got a whole wall of them just for making something. So you really go through a lot of those. But at the point that you're there, overclocking them to the EV and IV shouldn't be a big deal. You should have the power to do so. I have the power. And you can cut that, 43 minutes down to 20 minutes, down to 10 minutes. So it shouldn't be too horrible. Damn, that
By
thing's
the way,
still
what lens should I use for the exquisite gems?
I would say probably diamond makes the most sense, wouldn't it? You would need something good and hard like a diamond to do it. I would think. I don't think you'd want to use a sapphire to cut a sapphire. I don't know that makes any sense. So I would probably say the diamond one.
Yeah.
And specifically the diamond, not the glass. Yeah, that's what I would say. Alright, so let's see. Molten alumnia and alumnia ingots was added. We've already kind of looked at that. I need to get
Speaking of the
this.
illuminates, might notice that the amount is different than other ingots and stuff.
How's that?
When making links, turning an ingot into molten alumina or back, it's different.
Why?
The GT6.
504. Uh-huh. I guess it really doesn't matter as long as it lines up properly. $16.81 is what you need to do that. Okay. Yeah, we can go with that. It's a little weird, but it's fine. Okay, you added the large bathing vat, which is awesome. Need energy flow circuits for those. Dense stainless steel plates. And the robotic arms and stainless steel wall. Okay.
Not sure about the circuits and the recipes.
Yeah.
Based off GT6 recipe, which used tier 6, I think, or something.
They use processing circuits. Which ones? It doesn't use tier 6, I don't think. I think it uses the crystal ones, which aren't a tier.
I mean, I said it had the crystal one in the middle, but then there are two tier 6 on either side.
Okay, hold on. I'm loading in here. We'll take a look. Alright. Large bathing vat. Oh, it does have 2 tier 6s in there. Okay, and then yeah, it has the ruby crystal processor in the center. So, yeah, if you're not adding anything like these, which you do have the other ones that you don't have, the complex circuit, the futuristic, the 3D, and the infinite. You do have those that you added that don't have recipes. So if we wanted to, we could throw them in. But I would almost say, to make this like we were just discussing, Lapatrons are a bitch. Datas are not. Datas are easy. Because we can literally get them from a fucking plate. I would say put one data in the place of the center one instead of adding something like those ones you added, or adding something along the way of GT6. Just use a data circuit in the center to make it a little bit easier. Plus, remember, the bathing thing doesn't take power. So having an energy flow circuit doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Maybe data storage and instead data.
A data control makes more sense because it's, I don't know. The names of these are a little weird, okay? Greg is a little weird with the name he put on these circuits. But I would say that data makes more sense than energy flow for a bathing vat. I like the processing circuit better, but we don't have those. And I would even be okay with the complex circuit, to be perfectly honest. And you also have to remember, an energy flow circuit compared to a tier 6 circuit isn't even close to comparing. A tier 6 circuit is literally just platinum. It's platinum fine wire, fine signalium wire, and a tiny crystalline red alloy plate, which is a redstone, which is a buell you didn't add because you didn't need. So calling this a tier 6 circuit and calling this a tier 6 circuit, to me, is not right. Because this takes a lot more work because of the Lapatrons you need than just throwing a fucking silicon plate in there. I would almost say give the complex circuit, make it like the tier 5, tier 6 of GregTech, because it looks more like a circuit than what these fucking things do. These look a little more weird. And make this more of, I would say, based off of the advanced circuit, but make a like highly advanced circuit part or something, that instead of using lazurite and glowstone, because, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. That is Greg just not fixing his recipes from GT2 is all this is. He's just reusing shit in GT5 is all that is. Because Greg completely redid shit. There's no lapis and glowstone in fucking circuits in GT6. You have copper and redstone, copper and red alloy, circuit parts. You have your basic, which is germanium, redstone, and copper, or germanium, redstone, or silicon, redstone, and copper. You do not want to do this, because Greg made circuits like end of mid-game in GT6. You don't want to put buells in the fucking circuit parts. But I'm just trying to show you the difference between GT6 circuits and GT5 type circuits.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the good ones, which are red alloy instead of red stone, copper, and ignore that. Greg kind of did a bloody thing where you can use all the different buells at all the different states. But it's basically just a cheap-ass germanium plate, and then red alloy and copper. Then you have your advanced, which is gold, signalium, and silicon or germanium. Then you have your elite, which is tier 4, which is gold, signalium, and for this one you have to have that red alloy, all because of the way his table worked. It shouldn't, but I can't argue it into his head. And then the tier 5 and the tier 6 are platinum, signalium, and 5 can have the germanium or the silicon, and the ultimate must have the red alloy buell. So that's a whole lot different when you're talking circuits than you're talking using the data or the energy flow. And see, the data and the energy flow would fit more with the crystal circuits, because you're looking at 4 of those tier 6 circuits, plus a plate, plus you have to have helium neon laser emitters, which means you have to have helium and neon in an empty gas laser emitter, which is silver, glass, copper, another circuit that's, I think it's tier 2 or above, and a stainless steel screw because Greg's a little screwy. And then you have to have a plate of that type of material. So you have crystalline aquamarine or any other emerald type to give you your emerald plate. Instead of it making 3 and it taking 3 times, which is weird in the energy flows, it's just one circuit, one gem per thing. So I would say make a complex, instead of an advanced circuit part, make a complex circuit part, make it take like platinum I don't know if did you leave germanium in here? Do you want to use germanium for that? Do you want to try to introduce some of this shit? I seriously doubt you do until we get to hard circuits.
All of those air tiers are like supposed to be like.
Is that supposed to be the mainframes and shit from the harder circuits?
Yeah, and actually, complex circuits basically, or like for harder circuits, supposed to be placement of extreme.
Well, harder circuits is a whole weird thing because there's mainframes, there's wetwares, there's mainframe arrays, and they do have a tier name to them as well. That certain ones are all a certain tier, and yes, one of them is elite, one is master. I think one is wetware. I can't remember.
I know the tiers goes from basic, good, advanced, extreme, elite, master, and then above that, I don't know. Master would have been LUV.
But I definitely think this one does not look like it should come after these. This one definitely looks like it should come after this one. So yeah, I would put it in here and just find something to add in to make it, even if you want to do similar to the good circuit thing, where you use a basic circuit and more NAND chips, you could use advanced circuit parts and something else like more platinum or something. That might also work to make the complex circuit. And then use those in the bath instead, and maybe use one data control circuit for the gem circuit that Greg uses in GT6. Or just have it all those complex circuits. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that would make way more sense than making you make 3 energy flow circuits, because those are just evil with the amount that you need. The less we use those, the better. Those should be like your end game circuit for the most part. If you're making something that takes a lot of energy, or you really want to make something hurt to make it, like the processing arrays. Processing arrays are very powerful because they allow you to put 16, I think it is, of one machine in a multi-block and turn those 16 LV machines into a multi-block that takes care of all your piping and shit. That should hurt. So that taking all of those energy flow circuits and the Lapatronic orb makes perfect sense to me. But something like, I just want to batch the bathing of you fucked that up. How'd you fuck that up? Didn't that used to say bath? It now says machine bath HV.
Yeah, it's because I renamed changed the idea of the bath, and apparently, for some reason, these tiles seem to cache the lane or something. I'm not sure why. Figured it out. If you break the bath and replace it, then it'll fix itself.
Okay. So it's just saving the old name, and the old name got changed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one I can change to C. The other one is a little harder to change. This one takes water. Yeah, it fixes. Okay. This one takes a little more work. It's got hydrochloric acid in it. I don't want to just break it. So it'll stay fucked up. Alright, so I think we have looked at all your changes. You didn't add my damn plastic bins, though, you prick. Was that really that hard you couldn't get added?
Oh, sorry, I spent all my time trying to figure out all the tables.
It's alright. I'll forgive you this time. Alright, I want to get working because I want to put these down here, but I want them to be plastic ones that can hold less than, 5,000. We don't need 5,000 of them. A stack or two is fine. But we use plastic plates all the time, so it would be nice to just keep them in a box there. And then same with the plastic ingots. We use those a lot for pipes. But I want to get the macerator set up. Don't I have the macerator? Didn't you make me a macerator? Did I place the macerator? I have the distillery that's making the sugar. Where is the fucking... I swear I made the macerator, didn't I? Am I losing my mind? Shut up and don't answer that, any of you. Observer, reactor, transformer, fluid canner, gray asphalt. Where the hell is the macerator? I swore I made an MV because I used our last damn diamond to do it. We don't have any more diamonds. Yeah, we have flawless, but we don't have regular. Did I put it down somewhere? That would be kind of dumb of me to have done, but it is something I would have done. So now the question is, where would I have done it? Because this is where I'm going to be doing this at. Alright, I have lost my damn mind. You don't have a macerator, do you? I think I actually finished it after you left. Which, speaking of, what do you think of the new plastic area? We now don't have to change over the molds anymore. We have one for plates, we have one for ingots, and we have that going into there. And then we have this for inputting the stuff. I need you, because you have inventory room, to move this down under the assembler. And then if you get the plastic bins made, they're going to go in the other two slots. But right now, we're not going to put anything there until you get the plastic bins made. Because we don't want 5,000 fucking sheets. Although I'm wondering... Yeah, I'm hoping you're going to get that done soon, so I'll just leave it. I've got to figure out where this macerator is, though. I'm going to lose my mind if I can't find this fucking thing. I know I fucking made one. And I need it for getting the plastic into a pulp.
Is it MV?
Yes.
It's in this chest over here.
You found it?
Yeah.
Where?
By the door. Left bottom chest.
Oh, thank you, you found it. Yeah, I threw a bunch of shit in there and I forgot I threw it in there. Thank you. Now, I gotta go check something because we're not running upstairs. That's a chlorine. Holy crap, we have filled up on hydrogen. Holy shit. Well, that should mean hydrogen, uranium-238. Why are you not running? Hydrogen-238. NLV. You have power. Why are you not running? It only has 200 hydrogen. Okay, we need to get that. Change of plans. We need to get this done. So this is the hydrogen pipe. So I need to get hydrogen ran over here. Now that we finally have hydrogen. Okay, that's the chlorine. That's the hydrogen. And it's running up over to here. So we can just connect to there and run this straight over. And then we can finally start running some damn uranium, and then we gotta look back at that again, and we need to discuss the difference between this setup and the GT6 setup. Okay, that's the hydrogen pipe, so we just need to connect that. To there. So now the uranium is running. We're getting uranium tetrafluoride dust, which needs to be coming over to here. Did I not put a conveyor on there? I may have screwed up and forgot the conveyor. Luckily, we can put them on the front to get it there. Where in the hell is my damn UG? There we go. Okay, so it takes 5 of those to do that. Can you make a couple conveyors?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay. Iron out. Open that. We now have uranium-235. Woohoo. Alright. And we have uranium-238. So we can start on the reactor at some point when we're ready. And we need to see if this system is working properly. Because as of right now, it looks like that pipe is open. Hydrogen and fluorine. It's open, but it's not putting it through there. Which is fine because it's not supposed to be coming through there. Well, I guess it kind of is, because that's able to come through there. So our uranium is getting processed. Our tetrafluoride is supposed to be going through fluorine, which we don't have again. We never have fluorine. But we will get fluorine when we process this into hydrogen fluoride. And this is where we needed to talk about it. Because in here, I was looking at XAR's video. And you actually have this a little bit easier. And I just want to know if you want to leave it that way or not. Because in here, you had to do fluoride and sulfuric acid gives you the calcium sulfite or calcium sulfate and hydrogen fluoride. But then the hydrogen fluoride, you can't just straight electrolyze. You actually have to turn it into hexafluorosilactic acid, and then that you can electrolyze back to the silicon, hydrogen, and fluorine. And that would be how you get your fluorine back out of this process. Where in GTI, the hydrogen fluoride can just be ran through an electrolyzer for hydrogen and fluorine. So it's up to you if you feel this setup needs an extra step, or if it's just fine to run this shit right back into an electrolyzer. I'm okay with the way it is now. I'm just pointing out an inconsistency between the two. I don't want you to think that I expect you to change it, because I don't. I'm just pointing out the inconsistency, if you give a shit that there is one. And we already have the Wolstenite thing. So I need to get this fluid out, which will run the hydrogen fluoride into here, which will give us the hydrogen and the fluorine, which I just realized is a problem because I have that going back into here, and so our hydrogen is stuck. I actually need to get that hydrogen disconnected, and that needs to run back to the tank. So this is the fluorine pipe. This is the hydrogen pipe. This one needs to be cut here. And then this pipe needs to run all the way back to the tank. And I'm thinking we're going to do the same thing with this one we did to the fluorine, which is run it through the fucking floor and across the ceiling. Hopefully I got enough pipes on me to do this. I seriously doubt it though, but hopefully. Oh, wait a minute, what is this pipe? That pipe is going... Okay, seriously, what is that pipe? I really need colors on my pipes. That is going into that machine. Is that the Wolstenite machine? I think that's the Wolstenite machine. Yeah, that's giving us oxygen. Okay. Aha! Conveyors. Thank you, good sir. Alright. So, wait a minute.
By the way,
There's already one on there, but it's set to conditional again. Stop being on conditional, asshole. Why is that not moving that over there? It better move that over there. Is this on conditional again? Stop being on conditional. Ignore redstone. Just move the shit. Alright. It looks like it just started, so it must have moved this shit. You're making Teflon? Oh, we got fluorine, so yes, you're making Teflon. You're not making Teflon. We're making Teflon. Because we got fluorine back that's been stuck up in fluorite dust for fucking ever. Okay, so let's start running this way.
by the way, Bear, I was thinking about it. Having closed the pipes system at least would not actually be that hard at all. Only problem is just adding paints and stuff, figuring out what to use for dyes. So,
Oh, yeah. Because you don't have Greg's whole spray paint can and all of that shit he added.
yeah, no, three different types of dyes.
Yeah. Greg did go a little bit overboard with the flour mix dye, the water mix dye, and the chemical dyes. You're not wrong. And the chemical mixed with the sulfuric acid, I don't even know that makes that much sense. I can't say it's not right. I just can't say I've ever seen, but I don't know a whole lot about making paint or dyes. I don't know that you use sulfuric acid for it, though. It just seems weird to me. But it also seems weird to me to use the ass gland of a beaver for vanilla flavoring, so who am I to judge, I guess?
Well, I do know that they're oil paint and water paint. Never heard of acid paint.
Yeah, exactly. There's latex, there's enamel, there's water. I don't know of any of those that would use sulfuric acid. It just seems strange. And I guess we're not really, at this point, talking about the actual paint either. We're actually talking about dyes, and I guess I could see where you might need to break something down with a acid to get the pigment out of it, but I don't think it would be like a universal thing where you would do it for all the things. It would just be like that one specific thing, and it would just be because that is a harder to get color or something. That pigment is hard to get, but to me that doesn't match Minecraft dyeing shit and doesn't sound like it needs to be a thing. So I would just make if you're not going to go to too crazy of a length, I would just make the water mix dye. Or actually, I would just make a dye fluid. It doesn't need to be water mixed. It's just called fluid dye, or, dye fluid, or blue fluid dye, or something. Because then you could do a squeezer recipe to squeeze the pigment out of the flowers. You wouldn't actually have to have a flower dye for that, or you could have, if you like, a lapis fluid would be mixing lapis dust with water. You just don't need to have two different ones that do the same fucking thing just because they're made in a different way. Ooh, that's
I think I know
it.
where Crick might have gotten the sulfuric acid thing. Or in Wikipedia, there's such a thing as acid dyes.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I'd never gone and looked it up, so. What in the fuck do you use acid dyes for?
Silk, wool, nylon, acrylic fibers. Apparently.
Oh. More of a specialized dye, not you would use this to dye everything. I could see it for acrylics. But you also would be taking the difference between paint, dye, and pigment. And I don't think we need to make a distinction between if it's a paint, a dye, or a pigment. Because as far as I know, like acrylics and stuff like that, you actually use pigments, not dyes. Dyes are more for clothes. Pigments are for other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that you would really need to make that distinction. That sounds like it's one of those, just using dyes is believable enough, because Greg's thing is always, GregTech is meant to be believable, not realistic. And believable in Minecraft would be that you just use dyes for everything. If you wanted to make a special spray paint, that's a different story, but...
In Minecraft, you may just add a dye item to wool, and you get whatever color wool.
Yeah, but it's convenient if you can just have a can of dye that does 256, and it's one fucking item for each color in your hand. That's the whole thing around Greg's dyeing thing, is in GT2, I do believe it was, he added a spray paint can, and it had, I think it was 256 uses. And then he just kind of went on and on and on from there. Hell, in GT2, or in GT6, we have these bathing pots, and this is how you dye shit. You just wash it in the dye in the pot. And we don't even have the chemical mixed ones. We have bottles of them, which is just a dye and water that you can then put into a bottle, and it turns into a bottle of dye. I don't even think he has the spray paint can anymore in GT6. He might, but if he does, I don't see it. Oh, it might be under paint. Hold on. It's been forever since I messed with his paint stuff. Oh yeah, there they are. Spray paint. Which is chemical dye, which is oil-based paint, not sulfuric acid-based paint. So he went more realistic and just used an oil-based paint. So you just use some kind of oil, seed oil, plant oil, whatever, mix that with your dye, and that made your chemical black dye. And then that you could put into a paint can. And it has 512 uses, is what that does. And then when it's empty, you get the empty spray paint can, and that's literally just a thing of redstone and a tin plate to make the damn can. But yeah, he got rid of that whole sulfuric acid crap. And the thing that's nice about Greg's dyes is the fact that you can use different things when it's a fluid. Like he uses for blue dye, you can use blueberries, because that's something we used to do, is use blueberries for blue dye. And that saves you from needing to use lapis. But you can also mix things. Like I can mix blueberry juice, which is a blue dye. I can mix that with, at least I should be able to if I can find it. I should be able to make that into green with yellow. Let me look. Green dye. Water mixed green dye is malachite for green. Instead of having to go and find cactus, you can use malachite. There should be a yellow and blue. Did he really not make a yellow and blue one? I thought he did. Huh. I know you can for like pink. You can mix the... Maybe he didn't allow you to do green because Minecraft doesn't allow you to do green. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've fucked with these. But yeah, there's white and red. Makes pink. But yeah, I would go with more of a GT6 way of doing it than GT5. Screw that fucking sulfuric acid based dye crap. That's just weird. Okay. So now we have the hydrogen for doing that. This is needing the calcium. So now we've got to get the calcium out of here. So we got to get this set up. So we got to mix calcium sulfite with quartz and make that into wolfenite. And then we need to get the wolfenite in an electrolyzer for calcium, silicon dioxide, and oxygen. But that means we now at least have some uranium. So I'll get back to finishing this up later. We'll just have to put another machine over here for that. I want to get back to this. So we're going to have, is that an LV chemical reactor? TNT. This is what I'm making. No, this is an HV chemical reactor that needs the sugar, toluene, and the plastic pulp. And then that gives us 18 of the gelled toluene that we need 4 of those in sulfuric acid to make a TNT. Alright, so I should have an HV chemical reactor then. Do we have a HV chemical reactor made? Is it in my butt? Canner, distillery, prospector. There's an MV chemical reactor up my ass. There's no HV. We may not have gotten the HV one made yet. You want to start on the HV chemical reactor? I'll start getting the rest of this ran. I have an HV transformer there. So we can do this. Bring that up there. Just make sure that doesn't touch that. And then we can put that chemical reactor there. No, let's do this a little bit easier, a little bit smarter. If we take that out of there and we move it over to here, then we can put the macerator here, which will be able to run with on that LV transformer. And just grab a stack of plastic out of that box. That will go into here. And then you're making the reactor for this, which I think we're going to go ahead and just put right here. So then we can run a pipe out from here, have that go that way, and then run that into the back of it. That'll be for the plastic pulp. Then we need to get the sugar out of here. We're gonna have the distilled water. Why can't I make the distillery go down? I can make it go up, but I cannot make it go down. Is there a reason why I can't make the distillery face down?
Over on the bottom.
Good question. Did I put one on there? Aha. Apparently, yes. Aha. Okay, so the fluid's going to go that way. I don't know why I put this on the bottom, because I want this on this side. Which for some reason now I can't put the conveyor on the fucking side. Now what? There's nothing on the side. Why can't I put a conveyor on the side?
Probably the same reason why I couldn't put the covers back on the pipes outside.
Oh, okay. Something you need to fix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyways, we'll put a conveyor on there. We'll get the sugar out of here. So that'll give us the sugar and the pipe, or the pulp in here. So then we just need to get the toluene sent over. And we'll probably have the toluene come down No, we'll have the toluene come in here. So this will run from there and go into the top. Yeah, that'll work. And then we just need to bring the toluene in, which is going to go in here from down below. And we're going to put one of these right there. That'll be the output. Oh, wait a minute. We need sulfuric acid in here. No, we don't need sulfuric at this stage. We need sulfuric at the next stage.
Have a chemical reactor.
This is the first stage. Okay. So we actually don't want that there. Throw it at me. Where are you at? There you are. Alright. So that's going to go there. That'll connect there. And we want that to output, which should be going in there, but isn't because that's got its output that way and you can't input to the output. There we go. And we can probably put this conveyor. Nope, it won't even go on a pipe now. Okay. So we just need to get the toluene over here and the cover issue fixed. I gotta do an old man break. I'll be right back. Unless you want to go ahead and end for the night, since we're kind of stuck without the cover issue being working.
I think I might want to end tonight because I'm not going to have time to fix it tonight.
Okay, we'll end tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we shouldn't have any major updates, just minor things. So we should be able to get the uranium stuff fixed. We should be able to work on finishing up the TNT. All the fun stuff. So, have a good one. We'll see you back tomorrow.